All right, what's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It is me reporting live. Just kidding, I'm not live. I recorded this yesterday, but I am not going to be here today or tomorrow because I'll be having a great time at my friend's wedding in Philadelphia while you guys have to suffer through some more fractions. So let's start by checking last night's homework, which was multiplying fractions. We're just going to go through everything like normal. So you can pause this video whenever you need more time, rewind it, whatever, but let's just roll on like normal. So if you did not finish this homework, step in the hallway. Pause the video if you need some time, but everybody get out if you didn't do it. No cheaters allowed. If you did do it, we are going to do, let's see, we'll do a completion grade on this one. We got someone coming in. Keep going. I'm recording a video, so you do what you gotta do. All right, multiplying fractions. We'll do completion since you just started it. All right, but check your work, see how you did, and if you messed up on simplifying, keep an eye on that. That seems to be the trickiest part for some people. All right, so we got 7 times 4, 28. We got 8 times 9, 72. So sometimes when the numbers are big, I don't know the best way to do it. So I'm just like, okay, I know these are even. I'm going to divide by 2. So I'll cut them in half. That's 14. That's 36. And then, okay, 14 and 36 are even. So I can cut those in half. 7/18. Boom. And then, let's see, Dorito Man. Negative times positive is negative. Negative 7/18. I think the fastest way to do that, now that I think about it, would be to divide by 4 at the beginning, but I wouldn't have thought of that. So, good job if you did. All right, next one, straight across. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. And those are both divisible by 4. So that will just be 1/5. And it's a negative times a negative, so it's positive. All right, next one's just positives. 2 times 1, got it. 9 times 7, got it. And I know that this is already simplified because you can't divide 63 by 2. So that's good. All right, letter D. Let's stick a 1 under the 5, and then we can multiply across. 5 times 7, 35. 1 times 8 is 8. And let's see, that would be 4 and 3/8. And it would be negative. Negative 4 and 3/8. All right, this one looks easy. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 8, 24. They're even, so cut them in half. 5/12. Boom. Next one, stick a 1 under the 8 and then multiply. 3 times 8, 24. 4 times 1 is 4. Ooh, this one looks easy. 24 divided by 4, that's just 6 wholes. And make it negative because of Dorito Man. -6. All right, next one. Let's see. Stick a 1 under the 9. Then 2 times 9, 18. 3 times 1 is 3. Same thing like the one before. 18 divided by 3 is a whole number. That is just 6. And keep it positive. Next one. 3 times 5, 15. 7 times 9, 63. These are not even, so you can't divide by 2. But I think you can divide by 3. That would be 5. That would be 21. And make it negative. -5/21. All right, 9 times 5, 45. 10 times 18, 180. Whenever a number ends in a 5 or a 0, you can divide by 5. However, I just thought of something. The fastest way to do this would be to divide by 45. Because that would be 1. And then 45 times 4 is 180, because 2 45s is 90, 2 90s is 180. So that would be the fastest way to do it. If you divided by 5, that would have worked too, but then you would have had to divide by 15, or divide by 5 again, and then divide by 3. So however you did it is fine, as long as you got 1/4. All right, down here we've got 3 numbers to multiply. So what I would do is just pick 2 of them to start with. So let's say I pick these 2 negatives. I know a negative times negative is positive, so that's easy. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 7 is 21. And then I might just simplify that now. Divide by 3, that's 4. Divide by 3, that's 7. All right, so now I've got 4/7. Now I need to multiply it by the 3/5. That is 12/35. Let me think. 12 is divisible by 3 and 4 and 6 and 2, but 35 is not. So I think that's it. All right, last one. I think I'm just going to multiply the fractions first, just because I feel like it. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, so that's a half. That's easy. So then you just need to do -7 times a half. Stick a 1 under the 7. You'll get 7 halves, but make it negative. So that is -3.5. And you didn't have to do it in the same order I did, but you still should get the same answer. Alright, so fix your mistakes for free and add it to your blue sheet. Put 100 for completing it, as long as you showed the work. If you didn't show the work, you're a cheater, and you can turn it in tomorrow for 20 points off. Alright, pause this video if you need a minute to fill out your blue sheet, but whenever you're ready, flip it over for warm-up number 6, I think. Alright, warm-up 6. I want to kind of show you how this works real quick. So, a lot of times with fractions, there will be word problems where it says like find 1/4 of 12, or find 5/6 of 18, or 2/3 of 20, something like that. So whenever it says that, the word of is a good clue for multiplication. So if you need to find 1/4 of 12, that's basically just telling you that you need to multiply 1/4 times 12. Which, this one's pretty easy. I feel like a lot of you can just do this in your head, 1/4 of 12. But if you can't, then you just have to multiply. So you would just do 1 times 12, 4 times 1, and let's see, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 3 bottles. So I want you guys to try the second one on your own. Try to find 5/6 of 18. You can pause this for a couple minutes while you try it. Alright, if you're ready to go over it, let's see. So multiply 5/6 times 18. Stick a 1 under the 18. 18 times 5 is 90. 6 times 1 is 6. Feel like 90 divided by 6 is going to be a whole number. Let's see. 90 divided by 6 is, I think it's like 15. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, sweet. So 90 divided by 6 is exactly 15. So that means 5/6 out of 18 pencils is 15 pencils. If you just simplified it, you probably got 15 over 1, but that's the same thing as 15. So just keep in mind, whenever it says like 1/2 of something or 3/4 of something, that means to multiply. All right, you can put all your papers in your folder, and then take out your notebook and open to the dividing notes. And we're gonna just fill in the top part of the dividing ones. So yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, make sure you get these filled in. We filled in the top of the multiplying ones yesterday. Now let's look at the dividing ones. Oh, but also I have some news to share first. Dun dun dun. Here's your news. Fraction decimal test will be on October. Wow, that took me a second. Next week will be October 6th, so next Thursday. So I just want to let you know a week in advance. I think you have a science test on that day, so you can start studying now so you don't have to cram. But it's just going to be about adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with decimals and with fractions. So I'm not here today or tomorrow, but check the extra practice folder, check the lesson videos on Schoology, study your notes, and then if you need help from me, I'll be back on Monday. So you can come by Monday morning or Monday go time. We can work on some review and stuff. But let's go back to the notes. Because today you're going to learn how to divide fractions. And it's going to be great because it's basically the same thing that we did yesterday, just with a little twist. So first, we're going to start off with a fancy vocabulary word. This is one of the fanciest words I know. The word is reciprocal. Here is how you spell it. Reciprocal. So it looks fancy, but it is really easy. Reciprocal of a number is just when you basically flip a fraction. So the numerator and the denominator are switched. So 5/8 and 8/5 are reciprocals. So what do you think the reciprocal of 13/6 would be? 6/13. Just flip it. What do you think the reciprocal of 4/5 would be? 5/4. And I know that's improper, but it doesn't matter. You can just leave it. What do you think the reciprocal of 1/4 would be? If you said 4/1, it could be, but let's just put 4 because 4/1 is just the same thing as 4. And then let's see if anyone can figure out this one. The reciprocal of 8. Can stick a 1 under that, see if it makes it easier. Flip it, it would be 1/8. All right, so we're going to use reciprocals to divide fractions. So let me show you how this works. There's 3 steps. Keep, change, and flip. It's almost like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I guess we could say Kentucky Chicken Fried. Close enough. All right, so here's how this works. You are going to keep the first fraction the same. So that's really easy. You basically have to do nothing. You just keep the fraction. So if we look at this example down here, the first fraction is -2/3, so I'm going to keep it the same. I'm going to copy it down. And then the second step would be to change the division sign. I'm just going to draw it out. Change the division sign to multiplication. So down here in this problem, instead of dividing, I'm going to put times. You could put a dot too if you don't want to put the X. And then the third step is to flip the second fraction. So basically, you're going to write the reciprocal of the second fraction. So the reciprocal of 1/2 would be 2, or 2/1. So flip it. And then you just multiply. You just got yourself a multiplication problem. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. I know it's going to be negative because of Dorito Man. And let's see, make it a mixed number. That would be -1 and 1/3. Forgot the negative. There we go. Negative 1 1/3. So it's really just multiplication. You just got to keep, change, and flip. All right, let's try the second one. First step, keep the first fraction. Second step, change the sign to multiply. Third step, flip the second fraction. So the reciprocal of 4/5 is 5/4. Oh, but it's negative. Got it. All right, then 3 times 5, 15. 10 times 4, 40. And I know a negative times negative is positive, so I'm good. Then let's just think, what can we divide both of those by? If a number ends in a 5 or a 0, divide by 5. Then you've got 3 and 8. 3/8. Alright, last one. Let's follow the steps. Keep the first fraction. Change the sign to multiply. Then what's the reciprocal of 4? Ah, look, we got it up here. Reciprocal of 4 is 1/4, because you stick a 1 under it and then you can flip it. So now I just have to do 2/3 times 1/4, which is 2/12. Even numbers are divisible by 2, so that would be 1/6. Boom, dunzo. So we're going to save the mixed numbers for tomorrow, just like we did on the multiplying. So don't worry about the bottom row yet. Just make sure you got everything that I've got. You can pause this if you need a minute. But once you're done, you can put your notebook away. All right, I have a vocabulary video for you. But I promise this one is actually good. It's not cringe like the other ones. This one's actually very catchy. I think you're going to like it. Let me try to make the volume reasonable. Let's see if this is good.
Yeah, you know how this go. Keep, change, flip. Simple, right? Divided fractions. Vocabulary. Let's go. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is easy. That's no lie. You just flip one, yep, then you multiply. Don't flip both, because that'll be strange. You need to keep one exactly the same. Yeah. Then the sign gets changed, division to multiplication, that's okay. Then flip the second fraction like you're on a grill. We multiply what's left, that's really real. Take 3/5, divided by 2/3. Keep, change, flip, that's the word. Keep 3/5 the same, change the sign so we multiply, that's the game. Flip 2/3, we get 3/2, then we can multiply, and so should you. 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 5 is 10, 9/10 can't reduce it, that's the end. Why do we flip it? I'll explain the math. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half. 20 students in your class divided by 2 would be 10 students. All we can do, 20 students in your class times half is 10. You'll see, you get the same thing at the end. Dividing is multiplying by the reciprocal. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the simple rule.
Everybody!
Keep, change, flip.
Yeah, that's the action.
Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, that's the action. Everybody's gonna know how we're dividing fractions.
Ooh, that is a good one. Maybe I should quit my job and work for vocabulary. That is a jam. All right. hope that's stuck in your head like it's stuck in mine for the rest of eternity. Let me show you guys a little preview of the next activity you're going to work on. So we're going to do something called Sage and Scribe, which we haven't done before. So this is a quick overview of how it's going to work.
Sage and Scribe. Today, you are going to work with a partner to solve problems on paper. To start, assign roles. One person will be the sage, and the other person will be the scribe. The job of the sage is to do all of the talking. The sage will read out loud the question on the paper. Think about how to answer it, then tell the scribe what to write on the paper. The job of the scribe is to listen to the sage and write on the paper everything the sage says. If the sage is unsure how to answer a question, the scribe can speak up to help get the best answer. Once you have completed the question, celebrate your accomplishment. Then switch roles to start a new question. Sage and Scribe.
All right, so you guys are going to have to pair up in a couple minutes. And each pair is going to get a worksheet. So you guys are going to share this worksheet. One of you is going to be partner A, one of you is going to be partner B. So partner A will solve the problems on this side. Problem B will solve the problems on this side. But like it said in the video, the person that's not writing will be the sage. So they're the one that's talking. So if I were partner A, I would have to wait till my partner tells me exactly what to do. They should say something like, okay, copy down -1/4, change the division sign to multiply, flip third fraction, then tell you exactly what to put to solve it and simplify it. So this is going to take some teamwork. I'm curious to see how this goes for you guys because I want to try this again sometime. Keep in mind that whenever there's a negative next to the numerator, that's just the same as -1/4. Same thing if it's next to the denominator, that's just -3/5. Ooh, I turned on the light by accident, but I should have done that all along. So yeah, it doesn't matter where the negative sign is, it's all the same. So you might not have time to finish the whole thing, but see what you can accomplish before the end of class. You can leave these directions on the board. So if you finish the Sage and Scribe, you can turn it into the tray and get a homework sheet from the sub. If you don't finish, just keep it in your folder so you can finish it another time. But don't forget to grab a homework before you leave. It is a dividing fractions worksheet. So you can pause this, leave the directions on the board, get to work, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.